Something you might not have known, so that's one of our clues for new at 22. But we have something else brand new to share with you right now that is very, very exciting. The folks at the Great Gourmet, you may remember in years past, have brought their 8-ounce Colossal half-pound crab cakes. They wanted to bump these up to the next level, so they breaded them with panko breading. This is the very first time you are seeing this particular recipe on air today, and you can stock up and save, which means if you want to go for the set of 6, because don't forget this is an 8-ounce serving. If you want to cut it in half for 2 single 4-ounce servings, you can. Your set of 6 is $92. If you want to stock up and save, bundle your 2 orders together, you're saving $10 by doing that, and your shipping is free. It's also available on auto delivery. But before you make that phone call, I want you to come closer and take a look at what this is, because we have Kimberly Grayson joining us, and she really delivers the story, I think, of the Great Gourmet so very well, because Kim Scott is such a lovely woman, and it's been a while since I've seen her.
Yes, and Kim Scott does the finest in putting together the very best seafood in a Maryland-style crab cake, and so she is outsourcing the best of the best, and I come here to tell the story because she is so busy behind the scenes creating these gorgeous Colossal crab cakes. And this one is different, Sharon.
Okay.
What we have done here is we've taken the famous, very well-loved Colossal crab cake, and you can see I'm just going to show this comparison to an average 3-ounce size crab cake.
That's really funny.
Right? So this is our nice half-pounder, but what we've done that made this different is we have coated it, as you mentioned, in a panko breading, and that does not mean that there is extra breading inside. No, we're going to cut in and show how much crab is in here.
And you know what? This is really important because even though this is a Maryland-style crab cake in its recipe, most Maryland-style crab cakes don't do anything with panko. It's usually a whole other different recipe. So if you love Maryland, but you want that extra crunch that you might get from other recipes, but you want that Maryland flavor, this is going to be your go-to from now on. As you're cutting into that, I can hear the crispness from the outside.
I can hear it as well, and I'm going to actually take and show you as I separate this open just how chock full. Can I put this down? Are we able to get an overhead here? Because I want to make sure that I'm getting stable grounding here. This is
it's a heavy crab cake. It's a half a pounder.
It's a half a pounder. I didn't do my exercise. Look at how much crab is filling up this crab cake.
Look at all of that texture you're getting in here. And that's what I love about these crab cakes so much, is that you're getting a whole mouthfeel. When it comes to food, there is taste, there's texture, and there's actually the feel of what you're eating. And that is really important.
And you know what? The panko breading actually helps with that feel even further, because it just locks in all the succulent juices, all the moisture. It keeps the crab as juicy as it is, and it just gives you that unbelievable texture profile. So as you're trying it, Sharon, I'm going to let everyone know that this is a combination of the 3 parts of the crab coming together.
They're so big. I have to move this out of the way just so you can see what's going on the inside.
In size, right? And what we are mixing together here is a combination of jumbo lump crab. So that's where you get all those beautiful white lumpy pieces. We mix together super lump, which is continuing to build that rich, buttery, large flavor story. And then we put in the sweetness of the claw meat.
This is so good.
And the panko breading on the outside
makes a huge difference. It's a whole different texture and feel from the original Colossal crab cake, but the flavors are essentially what you remember and are the same. So I need to let you know, we have a very finite amount of these to go around. We have the set of 6, we have the set of 12, and if you go for that set of 12, don't forget you're stocking up and saving $10 by bundling your 2 orders together. We also can do this one time as a delivery, or lock it into auto delivery every 90 days for 1 full year, knowing that your price is locked in, as well as those 3 easy payments are locked in while you're in that auto delivery plan. Please don't let these disappear, because this is the newer recipe because of that panko breading on the outside, so it's not like we have, tons to go around. This is your chance if you might even want to stock up. I don't want to depress anybody, but before you know it, the end of summer will be here.
Yes.
You're going to have those barbecues together with friends and family. And if this disappears, I don't know how long it might take to get a separate order back in again. But if you just get them and lock into auto delivery, you know you will have them for all of your occasions, whether they be barbecues or like swanky events going into November and December.
And that's what they're really wonderful for. Not only is the flavor profile outstanding, but they are just such an impressive presentation with the size, and they are just good to to go on top of a salad. Mix them with a pasta, any of your vegetables, and your guests will just be so impressed with not only the flavor, but all of this delicious crab meat in this beautiful half-pound presentation.
And you know what else too? If you've never tried the original Colossals, the one thing I want to mention is there are many times with a Maryland-style crab cake. They can be very spiced, very seasoned, which is fine if you like the spices and seasonings, but it sometimes masks the taste of the crab itself. It's not overly spiced, not to mention it doesn't taste salty. There's a lot of seafood out there that just naturally has a very salty flavor. This does not. I can taste the succulence and the sweetness of the crab and get the benefit of those other textures in this recipe.
And I'm so glad you mentioned that, because we do like to call it seasonings, not spices. And what it enables is not only just a great taste and flavor profile, but it allows you to pair it with so many different options. And you're seeing here some of the plating choices. Not only can we add gorgeous color to the plate, but there's nothing that's going to overpower. Everything's going to complement with the succulent crab meat. And what I'd love to mention, Sharon, is there are so many easy ways to prepare this, and two that are really going to be my preferred.
Okay.
One, I have to call out the TSV.
The Today's Special Value, which is an air fryer from Chef Emeril Lagasse. We have one right back here.
So if we take the air fryer and we push the setting that is for fish.
It's the pre-setting for the fish.
You're just going to hit this pre-setting, which is going to get you 10 minutes automatically, which is how you will cook from a thawed state. But if you bump the time up to 20 minutes, which is how you can cook straight from frozen, I'm just going to show you how beautifully these come out in the air fryer. Look at that gorgeous, crisp brown topping. And if you don't cook in the air fryer, or your air fryer is otherwise occupied and you want to use your oven, this is super easy, 350 degrees, 35 to 45 minutes, depending on your oven, and you are good to go straight from frozen.
And don't forget the 3 different types of crab meat that are being used in here to make this specific recipe.
So let me call those out, because that is really unique to the recipe here from the Great Gourmet. We start with the jumbo lump. That is the creme de la creme of the crab meat. That's all your white lumpy pieces. We go into the sweet succulent claw, and we round it out with the super lump for extra texture and flavor.
It's M60011, brand new with the panko on the outside. Kimberly, it was so very nice to have you here.
So nice to see you, Sharon.
And you might be saying, so okay, auto delivery, cool, but why is it so great? Well, because you never run out of your favorite thing.